It's time for pretty good news from the Wisconsin Maritime Museum.
Welcome aboard. I'm Shane Lee of the Wisconsin Maritime Museum in Manitowoc. The coronavirus has affected everyone, but today we are going to focus on shipping. A Manitowoc-led effort is hoping to lift the spirits of crew members with Mail by the Pail.
Crew members on a ship have to work in close quarters. If anyone gets sick, it could spell disaster for a crew. To avoid such tragedies, many shipping companies have placed restrictions on shore leave.
No one's on, no one's off. It's basically what's happening. Unless your stint is up, then you're okay. But I believe when you go back on the ship, you have a 2-week quarantine or health checks.
Sailors have to leave their friends and family behind for 60 to 100 days at a time. Not being able to leave the boat for so long can start to lower morale as the time passes, according to Interlake Steamship's Peter Groh.
Being on a ship is a whole different animal, and you don't have that luxury that on a Saturday, if you wanted to go for a walk in the park, you could just go. When you're on the boat, you're there for days upon days upon days, and you can't just take a 5-minute break and just leave.
Manitowoc boatnerd Facebook page administrator Connor Seamers is leading an effort to lift the spirits of the sailors entering the port of Manitowoc. The Mail by the Pail program aims to deliver letters and other small gifts to ships visiting the Clipper City.
Once they come to a shore which is near land or flying into their dock at harbor, they can't get off. So I thought we can bridge the gap with ourselves and just doing goodwill.
The Wisconsin Maritime Museum will serve as a drop site for donations. As an incentive for people to donate to the cause, the museum is offering a 10% discount in the gift shop. Postcards, letters, books, and other small items work best for fitting in a small package for the delivery. You don't have to buy anything to contribute.
They really are essential workers. So when Connor reached out to us and asked if we would be sort of the repository, we jumped at the opportunity. What's important here is you don't have to break the bank to help people feel appreciated. We're going to have some templates up on our website, some postcards that you can print at home and maritime themed and have your kids fill those out and color them, or you can just take notebook paper and just write a little bit about what they mean to you.
After picking up the letters and goodies from the museum, Seamers will coordinate with arriving ships. He'll bring the package to a chosen drop site and offer the mail in a pail to be lifted onto the ship.
I think it would be kind of cool. It's just something a little different, and knowing that somebody else is thinking about you, not just yourself.
For more information on Mail by the Pail, you can visit the Manitowoc Wisconsin Boatnerd or Wisconsin Maritime Museum Facebook pages. In this week's featured artifact, our Katie Vanden Hooten talks about her favorite piece of the museum and the Rasher Concourse.
Hi, my name is Katie Vanden Hooten, and I'm the gift shop manager here at the Wisconsin Maritime Museum. And my favorite artifact at the museum is this periscope from the USS Rasher. The periscopes were essential for submarines because it was their ability to spot surface craft while they were underwater. And I love that this was actually from one of Manitowoc's submarines, the USS Rasher. The Rasher had the second most successful record of the 288 American submarines that served in World War II. Including they sank 18 vessels while on their 8 war patrols. And it's also cool that it is still in operation and you can actually still look through it and see the views of Manitowoc.
Thanks, Katie. Speaking of submarines, here is our submarine curator, Karen Duvall, with our joke of the day. Take it away, Karen.
2 sailors are out in their boat when they see a hand moving back and forth in the ocean. "Oh my gosh," says the first sailor. "It looks like someone's drowning." "Nonsense," replies the second sailor. "It's just a little wave."
Thanks, Karen. That joke deserves another hand. Just a reminder, no matter how bad things may seem, at least the National Basketball Association is back, and the Milwaukee Bucks have locked down the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, and that is pretty good news.
Pretty Good News is funded in part by a grant from the Wisconsin Humanities Council with funds from the National Endowment for the Humanities.